Dr. Wood, author of the book Miracles in Minutes, putting on my doctor hat and Miracles in Minutes hat. In this video, we're covering, could your chronic pain be an inner ear problem? So I've talked about this before, and one of the things that I started reading about was how to deal with chronic pain and looking to solve it. Here's the truth. Taking narcotics for your pain does not solve pain, it just makes you forget about your pain. The problem with that is it leads to a lot of people develop heroin addictions, and this is part of the reason why we have so many problems today. And now we have special task force because someone had some pain and now they're hooked. Or it could be answering, why your child keeps blowing out their knee, their anterior cruciate. Why did I blow out my elbow? Why do I have this chronic neck problem? And the problem is everyone's looking for what's wrong or what's wrong. That's a typical medical nexus of looking at things. There are some things that are biomechanic. You break your arm in 8 pieces. Hey, you got to put it back together. But you need to figure out why you fell. Okay? Because when your nervous system's operating properly, it's designed to never let you fall and to have optimum balance. So where should the balance be? And I'm going to use a term, and I'm going to define the term because the term's thrown around a lot. It should be in your core. In your core, you can think of it as your head, your neck, or in the center of your body. So when you're a baby, you couldn't grab things that well, and you couldn't crawl yet, and you couldn't walk. So you had to find your balance by orienting your eyes and turning your head while looking at objects, and then that created rolls, and the balance was in the center. So when you move from your center out. But if you lose balance, you tend to become extremity dominant, and you use your extremities to counterbalance to get you back upright. That is the default system of the system, that when you lose balance, you'll notice you'll cringe your shoulder and your leg will kick out to the side as leverage points to have you reset balance. That somehow the balance system got off. So how does human posture happen? How does human movement happen? And it's not what people think. One of it is joint receptors. So I call that proprioception. So your brain uses 3 separate distinct satellites to determine where you are in space and time. One is your eyes. I can see you. Okay? Close your eyes. I can feel you touching me. Your body, sensors, sensory information come from the body. And the third one is the vestibular system, or the inner ear. So you have your ear here, and if you close your eyes and you tilt your head to the side, you have 3 something called semicircular canals, or fluid systems. And when you lean your head to the left, the fluids go over that way, and they say you're falling left. It sends a signal to the brain. The brain recognizes you're falling. If you have your eyes can then use your eyes to bring you up. But even if you're blind, the body has a backup system called the inner ear, and it has joint receptors that also can coordinate. So it uses triangulation, proprioception, all your body, your eyes, and your inner ear. So it pings you and it lets you know where you are, and it creates posture, and it creates balance, and it creates movement. Now, in the body, there's only 2 fears neurologically that are wired in there. One is loud noises, ear, and the other one is the fear of falling. You look at an elderly person, and their greatest fear is they'll fall and they can't get back up. So their movement profile starts to shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink, and they don't reach out far because they don't have good balance. The balance is not in the core, it's not in the spine, and listen to, it's hell getting old, my knees are tight, my legs are stiff, my shoulders and I can't get my arm in there. Well, that's right, because all your balance is in your extremities. You're always, holding on or stiffening. So a good way to check your balance is to stand up, put your feet together, stand on one leg, close your eyes. If you feel your leg going to the ground, your balance is in your extremities, and you got a problem with your balance system of your body. It could be many things. So that's why I wrote the book, Miracles in Minutes. You need to start figuring out what exercises help to restore the balance. The balance is a primary function to human survival. If the brain becomes more balanced and the balance systems turn on, what happens is you could turn off anxiety from your life. Your athletic and performance goes way up, and pain turns off. what a nice piece of information, Dr. Wood, that I can get rid of anxiety, I get rid of depression, I get rid of chronic pain by improving the balance system of my body. It's just you just got to know where to work and what is working for you. Now, so today I was at the gym, and there's a guy there. I saw him doing the chop and lift exercise. You know, it's you kneel on one knee, the other leg. So you're kneeling on one leg, and the other foot's on the ground, and he's got the weights, and he's doing the chop. He's going down and diagonal across the body. And the thing is, he's missing some basic movement in his thoracic spine while he's doing it. Is he doing the exercise? Yeah. But what he was missing was he's got a chronic knee problem on one side and he's got a tracking knee problem on the other. He went to the orthopedist and he had his knee repaired once, got it shot up with Synvisc, and now the other knee, the guy's, hey, I know what your problem is. You know, you get a tracking problem in your left knee, and that's why you always stand on your right leg. And now since standing on your right leg, now your right leg's being overused and now your right knee's being destroyed. Okay, well, that's a lot of what's wrong, but no one ever got to why. And then it came to genetics, and I said the problem with I was just born that way. Well, see, now you're hosed because you can't ungeneticize yourself. Your genes are your genes, your genes. That doesn't lead to solutions-based thinking. I said, you know what, let's put that to the side for a minute. And this is the whole book, Miracles in Minutes. When people start giving you reasons to have a problem, they stop looking for solutions. If you have a reason to have a problem, you won't look for solutions. You're closed-minded, like, I'm not even going to try it. You've already given up. There's no sense in me having a conversation with you because you're not willing to try. Because if you got a reason to have a problem, an excuse, or be a victim, then you can't be a victor. I can't unconvince you of your right. You are a victim unless you're willing to give up. The genetics story. So I then showed him a vestibular drill of, you know, stay focused, your eyes on your thumb, and turn your head to the side. Turn your head to the side. And you would see him, he would turn his head and he'd forget to look at his thumb. I did it again, he said. So I had him, and I'll show you how I tested. I had him stand on 2 feet, and then I had him raise one leg. On one side where he has the bad knee, and he's got a brace on it, his balance on that side is great. Good spine alignment, good, straight lines. But his knee hurts. Why does his knee hurt? Because he's always on that right side. He can't put load on the other side. He can't balance it out, so he always stands on his right leg. So then I had him try to stand, and then I had him stand on his right leg, and I had him go up on his toes. So here he could stand on his right leg, even with the bad knee, still go up on his toes and show full expression of human potential and athleticism. I didn't ask him to hop on his leg. I just asked him to stand on one leg and go up on his toes and come back down. Can he balance his whole spine and vertebra that way? Then I asked him to do the other side. He goes, I can't even go up on my toe. He has no pain on that side, but he has no function on that side. And I'm like, your left hip's not functioning. Something's going on with your nervous system on this side. You can't even express a basic life function of standing on one leg and going up on your toe. So I had him do the exercise, and I had him stare and then look and like slow down. And suddenly, as I fed that side of his vestibular system or that side of his cerebellum, just the one side, I fed the other side, it screwed him up. I did the one side and just had to do it just one way. Boom. Next thing you know, he'd go up on his left foot and on his toes. Boom. Up on his left foot and on his toes. He's like, yo, where did you learn this stuff? I go, I'm a doctor, dude. He goes, oh, I didn't know you were a doctor. So I told him about my book and everything else, and I said that exercise is not in my book, the vestibular exercise, but my book's about you can use any exercise to rebalance yourself if you're looking for the solution. My book's about teaching people about solutions, not about treating your pain. You can go to any doctor in the world, they'll throw medications at it and a bunch of bullshit at it. Most people I've seen in 21 years of clinical experience, you don't solve your problem, you treat and manage the problem. I'm talking about restoring function, which is different. If you restore the function, there's no problem. So it's Dr. Wood, author of the book Miracles in Minutes. It's available at Amazon.com, and I just shared with you today a little thing called vestibular exercises. I highly recommend, I talked about this a little bit yesterday, you can get the Balance Gym available at Z Health by Dr. Eric Cobb. I'm not going to redo the thing. The only thing I'm showing you is don't assume you need to do all the balance exercises. If you do one side and it makes you well and you do the other side, it screws you up, Because what people are going to do, it's a program, and the problem with the program is you're not thinking. You're not thinking. Mine is you do an exercise and then you check performance. Did it improve your performance? Yes or no? Not I think so. You need to know. Because once you see that it did improve your performance, that's your exercise. And we did it on the other side, and guess what? Next thing you know, he's falling all over the place. His performance got worse, got worse, got worse. That's the problem with programs. So I can show you the program, but if you don't understand what I use in Miracles in Minutes, you do something that helps you, you do something that messes you up, you may have some improved function out of your nervous system, or it may be a zero-sum game, which means not much different. You could have been right on a solution and you didn't know that you only need to do half of it. And when you did the other side, it messed you up again. This is what I teach. This is what I learned about the human nervous system. Assume nothing is one of the rules in my book, Miracles in Minutes. So it's Dr. Wood. Hope this video helps you. There's a lot of things to get you going. If you know where to look, you can reveal Superman and your body will start functioning again, but you got to know how to work with the system, and don't tell that system, which is smarter than you or me, how this thing works. Thanks a lot.